Hey, Internet, look what I found, huh? A Ronin Force recruitment poster. Don't let Captain Euchre down. We want you for Ronin Force. Yeah, they're looking for a few good men to be superheroes and find this Captain Euchre guy. Which is good, because then I can find this Captain Euchre guy. You're probably wondering, you know, like, what kind of superhero powers do I have? But I was wondering that too, but then I thought, you know, I can plumb. I'm a plumber. I got plumbing powers. And that's sort of good. You know, I mean, that worked for the Super Mario Brothers, right? Except, you know, like, I think I'd be better than them, because all they do, they got that jumping on and off mushrooms things, and how that's a superpower, I don't understand. I mean, maybe you could use that at a crazy party. But wouldn't it be better just to eat them? And you know what? You know, the way they dressed, it was kind of limp-wristed, if you know what I mean. And if they actually were gay, that would be fine. But they were both, obviously, after Princess Toadstool's Peach, right? Because why else would they chase her all the way across all them levels and stuff? And then, so suppose they get to the end, right? They get to the end, they get the princess, and is one of them just going to say, okay, she's yours? You know, is that how it's going to be? Are they going to have a fight or something? Or are they going to have, like, some kind of crazy threesome? Because, you know, like, that'd be a lot of mustache to ride. No. I got to be a real superhero, like my father. Oh, internets, that's kind of a secret I got to tell my son Justin. So if you could just cover your ears now, and then I will give you the high sign when you can uncover your ears. Okay, this is just for Justin. So okay, so Justin, you remember when we told you that your grandfather died in an electrical fire trying to set up the Christmas tree? Well, that's kind of a lie. What actually happened is your grandfather was an actual superhero. He was the electrician, you know? Yeah, I mean, he could channel electricity with just using his mind and an extension cord. But then, you know, like, he disappeared in the Obfuscated Wars with the whole rest of the Mega Powers team. It was either that or he ran off with the showgirl woman. But, you know, I mean, yeah, it's understandable. I mean, what she could do with those tassels, right? Well, I mean, she could start like a hurricane, or she could fly, you know? They were great on handlebars. But yeah, boy, she could rescue me anytime. But no, you know, your grandfather, yeah, he was the real superhero, so that's the real deal. That's the story about your grandfather. Okay, internets? You can uncover your ears now. Okay? Yeah, that's the whole deal. Uncover your ears now!